Hello there folks, what's up, how are we all? It's Simon here again for more predictions for the football coming up. So spread it over 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. 10 games, Premiership, and I'm looking forward to it. So these are my predictions for sort of each game, and let's see where we go with it. So Tuesday at 7:30 we have Newcastle V Norwich. A very sort of weird game to sort of predict. Sort of two teams, I suppose, that are sort of fighting relegate. More Norwich are fighting relegation than anything. So yeah, not too sure what to think of this one. A bit of a weird. I don't know. It could be anything really. But I've gone for a 1-1 draw. I think Norwich will get something out of it, just for the sheer sake that. But then again, it wouldn't surprise me if it would be 2-1 Newcastle or something like that. But I think I'm gonna go for a 1-0. I think Norwich will sneak something out of it. And like I say, sort of two teams that are going to be sort of low down in the table. Yeah, bit of a weird game to call, but I'm going to go for a 1-0 draw. So going to the 8:15 game on the Tuesday night, we have Leeds v Crystal Palace. Now, I'm going for an exciting 2-2 draw here. Go for an exciting game. Leeds playing the way they do, as I've said in the past videos. They play, sort of we concede 3, we'll score 4 sort of thing, That's the sort of mentality that they sort of have, sort of being no fear Leeds, which is good to see because I suppose, obviously they look to have a solid defence across the woods, But like I say, Leeds are one of them teams, like I say, they just, if I was a Leeds fan, I'd be sort of happy the way they play football anyway, not just boring passing around the back and all that stuff. But anyway, so I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think Palace will get something out of it. I could have probably gone 2-1 Leeds, but it's another one of them tricky ones, a bit like Newcastle Norwich, a bit tricky to predict. But I'm going 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw. So going into Wednesday's games, we have quite a few games. I think we've got what, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 games on the Wednesday. So a lot of games, folks. So we're going to go first straight into the Watford v Chelsea game. So Chelsea saw a bit of a setback yesterday in the last game against Manchester United. They were sort of so dominant. It was quite mad, really. It was such a dominant game from Chelsea, and I don't know how they didn't win. But anyway, so as for Watford, obviously losing to my beloved Leicester, and they still look like they can score goals. I mean, they look alright. I'm gonna go for an away win. Doesn't come as probably a surprise. I'm gonna go 3-1. I'm gonna go 3-1 Chelsea. I think they'll get. I think they get the 3 points quite comfortably. I don't think Watford really. I mean, they've got some sort of threat up front, but I just think Chelsea would just have a little bit too much for them, and they'll pick up the result. So going into the next game, it is West Ham v Brighton. So, it's just a sort of another sort of tricky game to call, but I think just for the sheer sake, West Ham at home, I'm going to go for a home victory. I am going to go 2-1 West Ham. Even though they had the sort of bit of a setback yesterday with Manchester City, but it was only 2-1 Manchester City, so it's just, it's like I say, Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea are sort of probably a little bit above everyone else, as in sort of performance-wise and league-wise at the moment, sort of thing. So I'm going to go for a win for West Ham, like I say, 2-1. And David Moyes marching on to another 3 points, I think. And there we go. So going into the next game, we've got Wolves v Burnley. I do apologise for the noise in the background again. Mother, what are you doing? So Wolves v Burnley, sort of. Yeah, not too sure about this. I know it's a bit of a sort of tricky one. Wolves sort of obviously against Norwich, finished 0-0. I think it's another one of weird ones to call. Not too sort of sure. But I've gone for an actual 1-1 draw. It's one of the ones that Wolves could win. But Burnley sort of got solid defence. Might sort of keep them in the game, and obviously they do sneak a goal or two now and then, don't they? So it wouldn't surprise me if either team win. But I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw with Wolves and Burnley. So going into the next game, it is Southampton v my beloved Leicester City. The club I love so much, even though they don't have put us through pain sometimes, but that's, I think every football supporter, not just Leicester, would say that week in, week out. Anyway, so Southampton v Leicester. So Leicester going away to well, it's just going to be a bit of a weird one, really. I think I'm not too sure what to think of this. Southampton, not really sort of picking sort of much up recently, results wise. I'm actually going to be very bold and go for an away win with Leicester. Now, I'm not just saying it because it's my team. I just think at the moment the momentum with Leicester is there a little bit. I know it's only 2 games in, 2 wins in a row, but I just think there's going to be a little bit too much for Southampton. Now, I'm not too sure. Like I say, it all sort of depends which Leicester turns. It wouldn't surprise me if it's 2-1 the other way, or 1-0 or 0-0 or something like that. It doesn't surprise me because that's Leicester. So I'm going to go for an result. I'm going to go for an actual 2-1 win Leicester. So very bold from me. But like I say, it wouldn't surprise me if it was the other way around. So going into the 2 8:15 games. So the first of all, it's Aston Villa v Manchester City. So looking forward to this game. It's obviously Steven Gerrard against Pep Guardiola as a manager wise. So looking forward to that. Gerrard doing really, really well at the moment since he's been there, the time he's been there. Sort of making his impact. So, but I've sort of made quite a bold prediction within 3 or 4 years. I think he'll be a Liverpool manager anyway. So, very bold prediction, but we'll say that for another day. So anyway, if we're going to go, I'm going to go for obviously I'm probably going to go for a away win, folks. I just think Manchester just got too much. But like I say, Man City has the odd game sometimes where they don't seem to perform. But Man City's B game is better than most people's A games, so wouldn't surprise me if they wouldn't surprise me if they get quite a lot of goals. I've gone for a 3-1 away win for Man City. I think they will get the job done. I just think Villa just probably will not have enough to hurt Manchester City. So that is that. So going into the sort of final game on the Wednesday night, and is Everton v Liverpool, the sort of Scouse derby, if you want to sort of call it. Two big clubs. Well, what can you say? I just think, Everton seem to be very disappointing at the moment. Obviously, Rafa Benitez facing his old club, where he won so much, sort of FA Cups and Champions Leagues. Obviously, they sort of very disappointing yesterday against Brentford. Didn't really sort of create a lot, to be brutally honest. I can't see anything but a Liverpool win. I just think they've got too much. I think a comfortable win, I think, for Liverpool. I think 3-1, it'll be more enough. Everton will probably have a little spell, but I just think Liverpool will have far too much for Everton, with the firepower they've got. And I think that'll be job done. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 Liverpool win. So, going into the final 2 games, which are on a Thursday night, so 7:30, we have Tottenham v Brentford. So, if I remember rightly, Brentford beat Tottenham last when they were at home. I think it's like first game of the season, if I remember rightly. I might be wrong, folks. Somebody will quote me. But I think this time roles will be reversed. I think with Conte coming in, even though he sort of got off to a bit of a shaky start, obviously with that bizarre away loss against some Slovenian side, I think it was. I'm not gonna slate Tottenham because I'm unfair to them sometimes because they have got some quality players. But there we go. So I've got nothing else but probably it's a Spurs win. Brentford might pick up a goal. I'm not too sure, but I've actually got them down to lose. I've actually got Tottenham to win 2-0. I just think, like I say, as sort of literally with the Liverpool v sorry, Everton V Liverpool game, I just think Spurs are probably a little bit too much. And I think Kane will get a goal or two, depending if he's obviously fit, obviously, of course. So yeah, so I'm going to go for 2-0 Tottenham win, and like I say, Conte, hopefully to get off a good start for them, and hopefully, as they say, the Spurs go marching on. Anyway, going to the final sort of game of sort of midweek, as in Premiership wise, we have a very, very big game, as in Manchester United v Arsenal. Now, Manchester United played absolutely awful yesterday, but they still got a result, which I suppose boosting for them. Obviously now they've got a new interim manager. I can't remember his name, so apologies to Man United fans if you do listen to my channel. So, because I do apologise. So it's a bit of a tricky game to call, but like I say, Arsenal at the moment, momentum's gone with them, playing really well. I know they sort of had that bit of setback against Liverpool, but no disrespect to Arsenal. Liverpool are miles above Arsenal at the moment in my eyes. Like I say, Liverpool sort of like with Man City and Chelsea, just sort of above everyone else sort of thing. It's like 3 or 4 different leagues in the Premiership in my eyes. So yeah, so I'm actually going to go, and obviously, like I say, Manchester United picking up that result. Like I say, didn't play very well, but, you know, you don't play well, get results, and that's a sign of a good team, you know, in my eyes. As much as I don't like Manchester United, but that's personal feelings, I'll put them to the side. So I've actually gone for a 1-1 draw. I just can't really sort of see much more than that. I mean, like I say, I know Arsenal, I'm not surprised if Arsenal win 2 or 3-1. I just think Manchester United, obviously with their sort of new sort of manager coming in, interim manager coming in, I think they'll get something out of it, whether it be 3 points. It wouldn't surprise me if they win 2 or 3-1 as well. It's really weird game to call, really weird game to call. But I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, and I think that will be that. And I think Ronaldo will get a goal. But like I say, hard to call. But I think job will be. I think the job will be probably that manager who they've just come in. Probably, I think it could be probably permanent. I mean, people say that Carrick getting the job. Just no, can't give him a job. Sorry, it's just like Solskjaer all over again, but worse. But anyway, so that is it for my predictions for the midweek sort of Premiership football. So I think you probably gone for some surprising results and not some surprising results. So a couple of nice big games, obviously. So like I say, some relegation battle games and some sort of high class games as well. And looking forward to it. So there we go. So that is it for my predictions for midweek. I will be back probably sort of by the end of the weekend. I know there's obviously football games, obviously sort of over the weekend. I'm not too sure what's going on personal wise, because I'm not too sure how long I'll be sort of staying with my partner. So obviously, so not too sure. So I'll be back when I'm back, and I'll catch you then. So like I say, as always, folks, check out my channel on YouTube. The name of the channel is Fatboy Side. Greatly appreciate it for your support. Smash the like button as always, and give me thoughts and comments on what you got predicted for this midweek. A lot of football, Premiership football anyway. So there we go, and that is it. So I am done, and I'm now going to go and get some lunch, thank God. So that is it. So take care, stay safe as always, and I shall catch you for the results of midweek's Premiership football, hopefully around about Friday. So take care, stay safe, and I shall speak to you soon for more football. Bye bye everyone.